Ladies and gentlemen, please take a seat. The slaughter is in motion. Welcome to Celluloid Slaughter with your hosts, James and Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Jim,
Yo.
very, very nice to see you.
It's very nice to see you, too. Glad you can make it out.
Well, there's some unfortunate circumstances for our meeting today.
Yes.
I have opened a package.
You have. You have it in your hands, and you're making little package noises with it.
Yes, I am very upset about it. I ordered Speed 4K Collector's Edition. Ultimate Collector's Edition, in fact.
Uh-oh, folks, I think we're about to get an Angry Joe again.
And it did not come with a sleeve.
He was promised a sleeve.
I was promised a sleeve, and I saw other people order the same one. It came with a sleeve. I know it's very small, but
I know you can almost hear it also in Joe's audio there, and the little sizzling and popping as Joe's little addition ASMR, because he already opened his can of drink.
oh, you can hear my drink.
Well, Joe, we did something weird this week.
Yeah,
What we did is we didn't watch the same movie.
no, I refuse to watch a Zac Snyder movie in theaters. as I see you clenching your glass, your palm
I don't know what you
resting
mean, Joe.
against it, as I can feel the friction as if it's about to shatter. How was Army of the Dead?
I liked it. I liked it. It was
Yeah.
it was really fun and everything, you know? It was nice to see Dave Bautista not play the just, Drax type role.
Right. Well, he's been really expanding his acting range.
You know, he's been talking about it, too. He was like, when he got the role for Blade Runner, he was very
Yes.
excited. It was like one of his favorite roles because it's just him doing something that's different.
And that's probably his best role beyond Drax. Drax is amazing.
He's going to
but
be in one of the Knives Out
Right.
sequels, too,
Yes.
so I'm excited for that.
He just signed on.
That's got me excited for Knives Out.
So he's
The
got
impossible has happened.
Catherine Hahn, Edward Norton,
Right.
Daniel
oh, wait,
Craig.
Edward Norton. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Ed Norton.
Yeah, who else is going to sign up? I'm excited. I like the first one. I
like
don't like
that
the
it's,
director, but I like the movie.
Don't like the director. Do not support the director. I will not deny that Knives Out, the first one, as much as I don't like it for parts, there is some charm to it, and I think if, like, with some new cast and changes,
Right.
it'll be better for a sequel.
Yeah. So Army of the Dead, was it worth seeing in theaters?
Yeah, it was a nice theater experience, you know, to go there and sit down and see it and everything. Only problem was, for the first time ever, Joe, I was overheating in a theater.
What?
I went to our local theater right next to us, and never had the problem ever before, any of the times we've ever gone, with overheating.
Interesting.
It's always been, like, cool and
Did
chilly in
you
there.
press the heater button on this chair?
I turned it off.
You turned it off.
Because I had accidentally turned it on when I sat down,
Ah.
and then I turned it off immediately, and, like, throughout the whole thing, I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm just getting hot, and I knew it was my seat, because I didn't feel the seat.
So did you have a beverage?
I did.
Did you drink your beverage?
I did.
Interesting.
Did not help.
Okay.
But, the movie opened in a very interesting way. It was very odd to see it for, like, a Zack Snyder type movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things that you don't see very often with him, is, like, when he gets, like, he has a bit of comedy and stuff. Like, you know, he is very well known for his, like, dark and, like, that type of, like...
Dark, brooding men in the shadows.
Dave Bautista. But no, it was a joke about these two guys trying to figure out spoilers, by the way.
Okay.
Spoilers for it.
I'm open to some.
You okay with me doing a bit of spoilers?
Yeah, just
I was
don't.
about to
I
go
don't
into it,
want
I'm like, holy
no
shit,
third
wait.
act spoilers, but
No, I'm not going to talk about that. I will tell you that they very well cut out Chris D'Elia or whatever his name
and
was.
they put in Tig
Tig.
Notaro.
They did a great job.
Interesting.
And there was one scene I was like, oh, that's kind of obvious. But everything else I was like, great replacement.
Yeah.
For like all the wide shots. And then it was like, luckily for them, they had some locked off shots where it was just like Dave Bautista and the other person talking. And then they just redid the audio. Instead of saying he, they said she.
Okay.
And
For
she's
those who aren't aware, Chris D'Elia is a comedian who got canceled for very bad things.
I'm not aware of the situation. I just
Oh,
I know of some stuff, like the fact that like he wasn't aware that Snapchat pictures could be
that is the clip.
screenshot.
That's the only clip in evidence you need in court.
It's so funny, his face and reaction to it every time. He's like, on Snapchat you can't screenshot, and they're like, yes you can. It tells you and everything. He's just sitting there like, oh.
Yeah.
You seem like starting to panic internally. I don't know what the rest of the situation is. I've seen another comedian who was on his podcast with him almost all the time.
Yeah.
Like a buddy of his talking about on another podcast. That one Asian guy who's in Magnum PI is like the
whatever his name
the
is.
underworld connector guy.
Yeah.
But you know, he was talking about it. I'm still not sure what the whole situation was, but I know what the Aziz Ansari situation, which I only recently learned of, was. Because apparently, like, something happened with him, and that's why we've never seen him in so long.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit,
he had a bad date, and she, like,
had a bad date.
Threw it all out there in the public for everyone to know about.
Right, and it was like,
yeah,
the whole situation with him, it's like, well, wait, why did he get in trouble? Nothing bad happened, and it's just because she regretted the date afterwards and didn't say anything beforehand. Exactly.
But, good that they got Chris out of there. He was very toxic for the environment for the movie.
I'm sorry, the Deep, but you're acting like a toxic personality.
he you know what, that's someone that reminded me of him, the Deep.
Yeah. Oh.
just personality wise.
But you know, he kind of Louis C.K'd Starlight.
Oh God, he did. Yeah.
Oh God, but yeah, no.
Army of the Dead.
We gotta talk about The Boys season 3 because some stuff has come out about it very recently. But Army of the Dead, it starts in Vegas. We're in Vegas the entire time, which is amazing because, by the way, they have like street signs and stuff that's like so properly put, and like the casinos, like they're like areas and like the driveways and everything. It's like all proper and like looks real. And I'm like, holy shit! It's like. It's so nostalgic to see something that I know so well and everything.
Yeah, okay.
They had a Tropicana Avenue sign. And it was like in the proper placement of where everything was. And I was like, yes! It was like, they know Las Vegas.
It feels real and like tactile.
There's a quarantine camp outside their border of Vegas, which they locked off with shipping containers. By the way, we were wrong. It is not like a weird sequel to Dawn of the Dead, his earlier movie.
Yeah.
It is its own universe. It's contained.
I really enjoyed Dawn of the Dead a lot.
There's a little something that happens in the movie that makes me curious of, because he is getting prequels and the prequel anime on Netflix is coming out for it as well.
Huh.
I think they're going to explain it in this because it's like they never talk about it in the movie.
But they're going to explain the virus?
I hope so, because there's like a part of it, and I want to talk to you about it, but I don't want to spoil it because it was so surprising to see.
Okay, I don't want to know.
I'm just going to say this. Some zombies have glowing blue eyes, and that's because they're different.
Oh, some are smart, reasons.
Right? There's the alphas, which we only see 3 of. There's the one that started everything, and then there's the 2 like first infected technically, but not really because we already see the first infected. But it's like the 2 main ones, which is like I think his son and his wife in like a sort of like tribal sense is what they like kind of show off with it. But it's interesting because these blue-eyed zombies are different from normal zombies because they are smarter with the way they move, but also with the way they are in general. And that's all I can say. And just look out for the blue-eyed zombies because they do appear quite often in the film near the latter end, especially.
All right, yeah. It comes out Netflix on Friday.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just see it then if I don't get a chance to see it in theaters this week.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a very fun watch.
It set itself up greatly for a sequel.
Yeah.
It's prequel to explain some stuff, and I think there's some other stuff that Netflix is doing with it as well. So I'm excited. You know, I really like the cast. The cast was great, by the way.
Okay.
They had a great, like, just super, like, big type of cast and everything.
Yeah.
Everyone was great. They had Scorpion in it, Joe. He was the mastermind that was, like, sending them all into Vegas.
I don't need to know anymore.
No, he's in the trailer. He's in the trailer.
He is?
Yeah, he's in the trailer. That's the same actor.
Huh. All right. Well, I'll have to...
But yeah. I highly recommend it. Go see it in theaters if you want that theater experience because it's great for that.
Yeah.
It's gory. It's got some good humor and everything, and it's got this new film style that Zac's doing that I'm kind of really liking, which is the handheld focus shots.
Oh, rack focus.
Yeah, dude, I really like it with like the way he's doing it, where it's like you're watching from the other character's eyes.
Yeah.
How like on like the close-up shots when they're talking to each other, it's like they're only in focus, and if something else happens, it's like you're watching the character's eyes just refocus on something.
Yeah, I noticed Tarantino started doing that recently in the past couple movies that he did. It was like a callback.
Did he do
to
that
the...
in Once Upon a Time?
He did it. I can't remember exactly when, but I don't think it was as overt as when it was in Hateful Eight or in Django. But
that's right. That was in that.
But those were like old callbacks to like westerns back in the day. They would do that all the time, and that's something that they really don't really do anymore. You know,
it's weird.
There's only one other director I can think that like mimics the old style of Hitchcock or westerny like camera movements, and that's De Palma, and he does these split diopter shots and reveal focuses in most of his movies, and they don't really have that anymore. And I'm very excited to see what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's really nice, and there's also something else about this movie when watching it I realized is that DC made a mistake by cutting all ties with Zac Snyder.
That's right. They tortured him on the editing.
And he's come out and talked about it too, including putting up more concept art that they had of John T. Carr, or I'm going to have to relook up his name, but I'm pretty sure it's John T. Carr, who was going to be the Green Lantern at the end of the movie. And it looks great, just like the art that they had and everything. And they wanted a practical suit.
But they were like not for that.
No, because they were doing the Green Lantern TV show, which has begun casting its actors. Someone who lots of fans have been wanting to play Superboy in the DCEU, their cinematic universe, has been casted as Guy Gardner. And another thing DC and Warner Brothers does a lot is cast people with black hair to play gingers.
I don't understand why they can't just let Zac Snyder finish like whatever. If you're not going to give him another movie, let him finish casting and filming the whole Justice League.
Like, let him do it. He did it.
Let him do that and just have that be that.
Filmed it out of his own pocket in his driveway.
Right.
And it's. And he was going to have Ryan Reynolds as, like, CG'd into the background. Maybe he'll, like, call him up and have him, like, say something as well and everything. He was going to have him be the Hal Jordan and everything. And he shot the scene so that it could be interchanged with Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern.
Right. And I don't think the Martian Manhunter scenes have enough emotional depth.
Right.
Especially since, like, we already had, like, a Green Lantern movie. And it would have been cool to see Hal Jordan another Lantern.
That would have been great. I would have really liked that and everything.
Yeah.
And then we could have gotten Mark Strong to play two characters.
That would
Sinestro and whoever his character in Shazam was. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember his character, but fucking Sinestro.
Dude, that was the greatest performance of that movie too.
Yeah, Mark Strong's always great in comic book movies.
I haven't seen the Cruella movie too.
Oh, really?
As the husband to the evil lady.
Are we sure that's not Stanley Tucci?
It could be.
I don't know.
Stanley Tucci, the guy who plays Gideon in Scott Pilgrim, if he was bald, and Mark Strong all look the same. I get them constantly confused because of it.
It might be Stanley Tucci. I'm not sure, but Mark Strong is very good.
He's a great actor that I always enjoy seeing.
You know, it's another good movie that he's in?
What?
Well, it's not a good movie, but Revolver by Guy Ritchie. In the 2000s movie that was like totally panned.
Guy Ritchie?
With Jason Statham has hair in it. It's about chess and everything.
Oh, you mean the one starring Jet Li?
No, Jim. No.
My favorite Jason Statham movie.
Oh, no. They don't make that anymore, do they?
The director of that made the Dragon Ball movie and the first and third Final Destination movie.
Oh, God.
Which, it's like, what? Are you a good director or not, James Wong? It's not Wong, by the way. James Wong.
What are you up to?
Where's your mind at?
Yeah.
Because, like, you made two really good movies, which are Final Destination 1 and 3. Which, 3, it's like, you know, it's kind of wavy, but it's still a good one. That's the,
I think the thing is,
theme park one.
The first one, Final Destination, it didn't have as much, like,
a budget.
Gore or over-the-top kills.
Right, it was a much, you know, cleaner and tighter story.
But then the second one came around, and it was perfection. It was exactly what it needed to be.
Joe, Saw. It's the Saw scenario.
Then he's like, hey, I can come back, and I can do this type of movie. I did the first one, and he just like fucking
the third
racks it up to the roof.
Yeah, the third one, it's like, it's not the second one, but it's good still.
I don't need any more after the third.
Without the rest, we wouldn't have gotten Final Destination. The Final Destination. Which was the greatest of all of them, let's be honest.
Right. But the thing
so
is,
good.
how can you make so many of these and there's no overarching mystery or like lore to death that is stalking them?
I still think Tony Todd was the personification of death. He was there and everything.
He was there?
He was toying with them. That's what my belief is. He was there just to like confuse them and try to get them to play the game even more, so he could stretch it out and make it more fun.
Maybe that's the next step when they reboot it again or make another sequel. They personify death.
Has the Candyman
it hasn't been released.
Okay, I was gonna say, was it a reboot or a sequel?
It was a reboot.
It
was a reboot sequel. It's like Halloween is a reboot sequel.
I wish it wasn't. I wish Halloween didn't erase 2, though.
I know. Halloween 2 is the best sequel out of all of them, and that movie is so flawed in every single way, but it is so good.
That's the one where they're like,
it's just in a hospital.
Sister. I mean, he's your brother.
Yeah, it's in a hospital. It's locked down. It's at night, and everyone is going to die.
It kind of H2O, Joe.
It kind of reminds me of what they did with Planet Terror in the hospital. That whole sequence. So many fuck. I can't wait for the new one. It's gonna be a reboot. It's gonna be a remake of Halloween 2. It's gonna be Halloween.
Oh fuck! I forgot we're getting another Halloween.
It's gonna be Halloween,
filmed, right?
Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends.
Oh, that's such good titling, though.
Yeah, for those 3 movies.
Right.
Perfect.
If you look at them as like the continuity that.
And you have John Carpenter and his son doing the scores. Oh.
I love that they recreated the pumpkin, by the way, for the Halloween Kills. It was great.
In the last one, my favorite kill was probably the teenager in the backyard on the fence post.
I was going to say my favorite kill, which has been a kill that they've been doing throughout the movies, but I think they did really well in this one, is when Jason stabs a person into a wall. Like, lifts them off the... Sorry. Michael.
Jim, yes, I know. We weren't able to go to...
Michael,
Days of the Dead in Las Vegas this weekend.
It's in the trash can right now, the pamphlet for it. It's just sitting in the I looked at it and I'm like, not today.
It probably wasn't the best year to go.
No, probably not. Daniel Logan, the guy who played young Boba Fett, was down at like one of the malls today.
Oh, really?
In a Boba Fett costume doing like a charity event.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe I should go do that. Maybe I should go get like something signed. But I was like, I have nothing for him to sign because you're the one with the Boba Fett helmet.
You could have came by and grabbed it.
No.
I know.
But, yeah, Army of the Dead. I suggest you watch it. It sets itself up for more to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a great cast. I'm really interested in it.
It's a comedy, too.
It's a comedy, which you don't expect from Zac, but, he does it pretty well.
I think in his first movie, Dawn of the Dead, it has some of his best directing. It's in the director's cut of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. Where
it's just the people talking and hanging out and just, like, you get to really see the characters grow. And those, like, 20 minutes that they cut out, like, it's amazing. It's like, this is what I'm here for.
Joe.
I'm invested.
I just had a thought. Who is the douchebag guy that gets turned into a zombie at the end of that movie?
Oh, Dan Burrell.
Yeah?
I think that's his name.
Him as Sinestro.
Yeah, he'd be good.
He's got the forehead
the Modern
for
Family
it.
Guy?
He's got the forehead for it.
Yeah, I like that.
I think he would be a good choice as, like, a new one.
It's either Steve Burrell or Dan Burrell. It's something like that.
I'll put the name.
I know it's
I'll put
Burrell.
the name on screen.
All right.
We'll know in the future.
So, there's a few other movies that came out.
Yeah. You watched...
I woke up in the morning. I watched Love, Death, Robots.
Great season 2, by the way.
Great season 2. I watched it straight through and I rewatched parts of season 1.
Oh wow, we both did the same thing.
It just kept on playing. I was this is amazing. I was like, wait, is this familiar?
I forgot how good season 1 was too.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
I've got one episode of season 2 I don't like.
Oh,
and I think you can guess which one it is.
Is it the second episode, Ice?
I only really dislike it because of the voice acting.
The voice acting.
I think if they changed it up and like got better actors, honestly.
So maybe I was too early in the morning for me to understand what's going on, but what was the twist when he saw him jump? at the end.
It was that I think he like purposely did it to like make his brother look cooler, so that they wouldn't bully him about being unmodded.
I'm gonna sneeze. You're gonna have to cut this out.
Oh no, it was out of the mic. I think it'll be good. I don't think you blow it out.
Yeah, I did not care for that episode. Ice very much.
The animation was a bit like, you know, it's what it is. It's
I'll let
artistic.
it go because the animation to animation, you know, it's stylistic.
But it was like the brothers and like
I didn't
all
care
the
for
other
the story
kids.
or anything. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I really
whales
liked
breaking through the ice.
I really liked the art when it would cut to the wide of them on the ice and it was like everyone's eyes was glowing red. I'm like, this is kind of Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Which
Speaking of Blade Runner,
there was
the
an
Blade Runner episode. That was
The
good.
child killer one.
Yeah, that was nice.
The Pop Squad, I think it was called.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
That was, oh my god, that ending too.
Yeah.
That was such a Blade Runner ending.
Yes, it's so good.
Oh, dude, and I love the trailer for this season too.
Yes.
The fucking song they chose and everything. It's so classic. It's great.
I really like how rapid the editing always is with those.
Oh yeah.
It makes you want to, like, before you get to see the episodes, you're like, what? I can't wait.
Dude, the first episode.
Oh, I think that was probably one of my favorites. It's just such a good way to kick off the season.
I originally wasn't excited for it when I was watching, but then I was like, okay, I kind of like this.
Yeah, it's like WALL-E. It's like the Pixar WALL-E movie, like, turning it on its head and, like, fucking customer service.
This is what really happened in WALL-E.
It was basically, they were eating themselves.
Right. When I saw this originally that it was the robots turning on people, I was like, oh, is this the prequel to the robots episode from the first season? The 3 robots, which was the first one I rewatched, and I was like, this is still great.
Yeah. I rewatched Shadow in the Dark, the one where the guy's in the spaceship and he wakes up.
Oh.
And then he's having sex with the alien.
I was gonna say, like, oh, I rewatched that one too. I forgot how fucking crazy that one gets.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, this is weird watching it. Like, wait a second. I was like, oh, I don't trust her. They're like, yeah, don't trust her at all. She's the
looks
fucking...
like Claire from Modern Family, by the way.
Yeah, she turns into the fucking spider from fucking Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
God.
Yeah, that's a good show.
And, like, I didn't remember what that episode was too, and that's why I rewatched it specifically. I was like, "What is this again?"
Oh, what'd you think of the train episode?
Oh, I loved it. I love that animation with the brushed, like,
I wish there was
skin
more
look and everything. It's like all of this is like I want more.
Yeah,
and it's like, but I know I can't get it because I have to get in a small dose.
Yeah, that train episode was like, fuck, like
The Michael B. Jordan episode.
That was him, right?
Yeah, I had to look it up. I was like, I'm not losing my mind. This is Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
right?
he doesn't talk the entire time either. It's amazing.
He says the one thing at the beginning where he's like, "I'm not gonna die here," and doesn't talk again.
It's amazing. I feel like I was watching like Alien meets the raptor scene from Jurassic Park.
It's all digital, right? Even his clothing.
Everything was digital.
It's such a fucking incredible and I think that even happened in season 1 with that one Unlucky 13 ship where it was like the people I think were mostly real. I think a few of them were fake.
I can't remember, but I think just because what the show is, it's all digital.
It's just, but like it moves so well.
Yeah, fuck. And then
and he did a great job.
That robot dog is like stepping on him. That kind of reminded me of Red Planet, the robot gnat.
Dude, oh man,
that was so good.
Oh,
the only thing was like when it broke his pinky, I was like, fuck, there's no way I would be able to just sit so still like that and just like move my hand as my pinky's dangling.
Right, like
the pain, like, and he's just laying there like.
He just literally like the moment it steps on him, he's like. Just freaking out. The
fucking Santa Claus episode.
Oh, that was I keep saying that's my favorite one, but it's like they're all so good.
Yeah, the stop motion was. It looked like it's stop motion, but it's not.
I remember in the trailer, I was like, "What is the fuck is this episode?" And then it got there, I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Creepy Santa Claus.
That one was too short. I wanted more.
I thought we were gonna when it cut to the wide after she said, "What happens if we're not good?"
It was gonna show.
I thought it was gonna cut to the house next door and it would just be like blood trailing out of it or something as he's going to the next house. I was like, "Oh my god!"
They missed the mark with that. Then they could have done so much.
Yeah, it was
more.
gonna be like a fucking Krampus scene.
Yeah, fuck. The giant episode.
I felt bad for the giant.
It was so it was such a turn on the head of like the 2 episodes back to back, like, oh, I'm gonna do this episode with fucking like a giant and have like an introspective fucking like monologues and everything. Like it's so like amazing, like the thought process of it all.
It's great though. It's like it looks great and everything, and it's and then he gets cut up, and it's like it just starts like kind of feeling like I feel bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're not gonna get an origin to the fucking giant disappearing either.
Yeah.
It's such great storytelling.
So anyways, I watched a movie after that.
Yeah.
And that movie was Woman in the Window.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the one Angelina Jolie.
I watched that after.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, you watched all of these back to back.
I had a busy Friday. I was pounding out stuff. I was like, all right, one movie after another. Yeah, Woman in the Window, Jim. Did you watch it?
I have not, but I'm aware of it.
Jim, you need to watch it. Is it good? No. Is it?
It's not a new movie, right?
It is.
Or it is? Okay,
It is.
then I'm thinking of a different movie.
So this is one of 20th Century Fox's last movies that Disney had on the shelf for about a couple years now, and they kept on recutting and reshooting and shuffling the movie around.
Oh, they what did that too? Not Chaos Walking, but another movie recently that we saw.
Yeah, maybe Chaos Walking.
It might be Chaos Walking.
Yeah, but yeah, they did that to this movie for a couple years now, and they weren't gonna release it for a while because Scott Rudin was involved, and then he has this controversy of being like an abusive person towards his like staff. But they finally released the movie, but they didn't make it good. They fucking destroyed it. They fucking
You animals.
the editing on this movie. They fucking cut things out. There's so many weird things, and it makes you wonder, why is Julianne Moore in this? Why is Gary Oldman in this? Who else is in this? Like, what was cut out? I'm really glad that Wyatt Russell has a big part.
Yeah.
But then you have Anthony Mackie. He's barely even in the movie.
I feel like you're fucking with me right now that both Anthony Mackie and Wyatt Russell were in this.
They're both in it.
Is it giant bearded Wyatt Russell too? Because that's what he had.
He has a beard, but it's kind of cleaned up. Then he has like the same long hair, you know. He has the look that he has like in all the things.
Pre or maybe post Overlord, Wyatt Russell.
I probably post because
Post, I would say.
Just year wise.
I'm saying about because like I remember he had like the kind of long hair that he had and everything.
Yeah.
He still had the kind of beard in that one.
Yeah, I really recommend you to watch this.
Okay, because it's so bad.
It's bad, but I enjoyed myself watching it. I was guessing the entire time, like that's the fun of the movie, is like guessing. Okay, is she crazy or are they lying? And I just guessed that she was crazy. But you know what? It's worth the watch for you. I don't want to spoil it, but the ending does not pay off.
You will, it is unsatisfactory in all the worst ways.
But you need to see it. At the same time, Jim, it's going to let you down.
God, you're starting to sound like Arthur from Joker. Laughing so much you're making yourself cough, Joe. I watched the final season of a TV show that I think I brought up once on here, but not anything else about. It's a Netflix show called Castlevania.
I have not watched it. I'm aware of its existence.
Okay. I'm just going to let you know, what I am going to say is spoilers for its ending, because this was the final season, and it was great, Joe. They put like all their budget into the animation for the season and everything.
Final season.
Final season for
They're all done with the story arc.
All done.
They got their whole story told in the way they wanted it.
Yeah.
They didn't have to stretch it out or get it cut too short.
No.
They Danny McBride it.
It was nail on the head for perfectness.
Okay. I think I'll have to give it a shot.
Oh, okay, then I don't want to say anything too spoiler.
Yeah,
about it.
that's probably not.
Because it is something that, like, when I first heard about it and everything, I was very, like, I'm not a big fan of Castlevania, the game, even. Or
I
like
never even played it.
Exactly. I was like, I never played it. I never had much of an interest. I know about Trevor Belmont and that he just fights vampires and stuff in the
I just
show.
remember seeing the fucking vinyl record at Zia Records all the time, and having like people talk about like, oh, this is so cool. I can't wait to fucking.
Oh, Castlevania, man, I
Yeah,
love it.
fuck
Whoa.
yeah. Like, oh, and then they had the game behind the counter. I was like, what is this all about? Like,
Yeah, what the fuck?
yeah, then they're like,
Fucking nerds.
fucking, it's coming out on Netflix. They're making a TV show. I'm like, oh, all right.
Oh, cool.
So what is it about?
It's about the, like, what is it? So ancestors are when you're going back, and what is it when you're going forward?
I don't fucking know. They don't exist yet.
But,
if they don't exist, then they're not anything.
They're not important, but
What?
But Simon Belmont is the character of the video games, and we're following his like great grandson or something, I think.
Lineage? Is that the word?
His legacy, maybe.
Sure.
Jupiter's Legacy. Got to talk about that. I watched the whole thing, by the way. It didn't get that much better when I told you about it last time, but
I warned you, Jim. Anything with Josh Duhamel is not a thing.
He wasn't even the bad part, Joe.
It's just his choice in quality projects. It's just
Transformers.
Yeah, like come on, like
Chips and whatever the other one was, the movie.
I can't even think off
Based
the top of
off
my head.
the TV show. It's got
Funny Games or
oh, I didn't even watch Funny Games. It had the same guy in it too.
Yeah, he directed it. He directed that piece of shit, and he got all those people. Olivia Munn, Dax Shepard, and some
Dax
other
Shepard, that's who it is. It's Dax Shepard and that one guy who plays Luis in Marvel.
Yeah, I like Dax Shepard as a person.
Dax Shepard, his podcast is also good.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Good podcast.
But this Josh Duhamel like stuff like.
What if Josh Duhamel had a podcast?
Oh, what would he talk about? Like, come on. Like,
I was on Transformers, and Michael Bay's like, you're a buff.
Yeah,
you're a buff.
I was married to Fergie.
You're a buff grizzled guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Want to star next to Tyrese Gibson? Ooh. And Shia LaBeouf to make you look buffer.
All right. Transylvania.
Okay.
Oh no, we were talking about Jupiter's Legacy.
No, I don't want to get into it yet.
All right.
But Castlevania. So we're in the final season. And everything. Some events happened from the previous season, which now that like you might want to watch it, I gotta be careful not to say specifically because it is pretty plot spoilery and everything. But the characters have like they've been off the same path for the last season, been disconnected from each other and everything, and it's just this whole season is just them rounding out to come together at the very like final 2 episodes and everything. Mm-hmm. All these characters and their storylines that like from season 2, the ending of that is what sent all of these characters into the events that are leading up to this specifically. Like season 1, it was like more of like a testing the grounds of 4 episodes only and everything. Yeah, and it's like season 2, okay, you got 12 episodes now, and it's like. That's just what you're getting. We got 10 episodes and everything for the final season. And it's all coming to a perfect end for each like arc and character and everything. It's like everyone's going off doing their own thing and everything. They all come together in the perfect way to converge at the end for this like literally epic final battle, I have to say. And it's so grand and just like big. And it's just the scale of how it all moves and everything. Yeah. And it's one of, like, the craziest fucking plot points as well.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to give it a watch.
It's insane. I highly recommend it if you are, like, interested in animation or, like, anything like that. It's an American production, which it's, like, insane for the quality of it. And I'm pretty sure it's not, like still frames which is drawn over. Yeah. I'm pretty sure every frame it's constantly moving with an object and everything. It's great.
All right, now I'm going to give you 30 seconds to talk about Jupiter's Legacy.
So, Joe, remember when I was telling you about the uncle and the daughter?
Yeah.
So he is a blood relative, and I think the character is gay, maybe? He had a daughter, but the actor makes him very flamboyant with the way he walks around. Like, he even leans in the doorway at one point. I'm like, they're, like, doing this...
Leans in the doorway. Okay.
But, like, the way they do it, it's like, this is, like, how the stereotype gay character on, like, a 2000s TV show acts and talks. And then it cuts back to the version of him, which is from, like, the 1930s, and he's like not even remotely like that at all. He's more like upward and forward and everything. And then it's like, I'm just a bit flamboyant now. All of a sudden that I got superpowers and everything. It looks completely different from like the young version of himself, and the prosthetics make his face like 2 times bigger.
Oh no!
And he has such a small neck, and it's like
which actor?
The guy who plays the uncle. I don't remember his name.
Okay. All right, I've heard enough. I have no interest.
It's a weird ending where it's like nothing exactly happens.
I do have a TV show, limited series on Netflix I watched, Halston with Ewan McGregor.
I saw an ad for that.
It's amazing. It's 5 episodes, and it's quite graphic.
5?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
5 episodes, hour-long episodes. So it's a movie. It's exactly
5
what it
hours.
is. Yeah.
Zac Snyder's 5-hour cut of Justice League.
And this is NC-17, Jim. It's graphic.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's the 80s, and it's cocaine, and it's New York, and it's fashion, and there's all kinds of shit that happens. And apparently this is all a true story. This guy existed, Halston, and I've never even heard the name.
In the trailer, I thought they like mispronounced his name and said Hollister, and I'm like, oh, is this the story of Hollister?
Well, at first I thought, okay, this is a Ryan Murphy show. They're doing like a dramatization of like making a fake fashion character, like back in the day. Like he did a few other shows like that, like Hollywood and all that. I thought this was just another made up story, right. But no, this is a really interesting story of this guy's life and everything. And he fucking signed a contract of a lifetime that bit him in the ass. And he wasn't even allowed to use his name after that.
What?
Yeah. They owned everything. Yeah. It's amazing.
If you're signing contracts, people, read it, please.
He got fucked. And it's quite amazing. The story and Ewan McGregor. This is the Ewan McGregor show.
Ewan McGregor's constantly
It's
amazing.
a one-man show, basically.
Which, by the way, he said that, like, it was amazing to come back and do the Obi-Wan TV show, which I think they finally finished filming.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe they're still filming.
I think they started filming.
Okay.
I
I'm
saw
not sure what
something
the
up
process
posted
is,
recently, and I think
I know he's filmed a scene with a brand new character that they've introduced, which is someone very dear to him.
Yeah. He's an amazing actor.
He's great.
And shows like this it's just a powerhouse
Obi-Wan,
performance.
Black Mask, and Halston.
And
Range.
Fargo season 3.
Fargo.
Fuck, he's 2 characters in them.
I forgot that was him. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Every time, like, you tell me that.
Yeah,
It's like, oh shit, I forgot he played
he's
the
really
brothers.
good. Like, this is a really good show. And it's not for everyone, which I can understand. It's quite graphic and lewd, but if you get a chance to watch it, Jim, I say watch it, because it's worth the ride.
Mm-hmm.
The rise, fall, and ascension, all in 5 episodes.
You did a better job explaining that than I did explaining Castlevania.
Oh, really?
I was like trying to tiptoe. I'm like, oh shit, anything I say is gonna like be so spoilery for season 2 specifically. Dracula.
Dracula, that's what it's about.
It's about. So it's not a spoiler because they did say it in the trailers, but for season 1, it like sets it up. Dracula is getting revenge on humanity. Is essentially what the story.
That's all you had to say, Jim. Dracula's getting revenge on
Yeah,
humanity.
but that's the story for
Sold.
season 1 and 2,
Sold.
and then
You have
it
the
kinda
hammer,
changes.
the auction.
But yeah, Dracula's getting revenge on humanity for killing his human wife because they found out that she was practicing magic that he taught her to help humans.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, humanity did this? And she wanted me to give humanity a second try. Fuck that! And then he just goes on a war path.
Ah.
It's fucking insane.
All right.
It's really good.
I'll give it a shot.
His fucking head is made of fire in the sky at one point.
Speaking of shots, Jim, I saw a movie on HBO Max. Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
What?
I haven't had
How
the
have you not
chance.
seen that one? That's the one that you like.
I've been
That's
busy.
like middle America. This is the movie they're gonna see.
This is a movie I could see Jesse Plemons being in.
This is a movie about Americans being Americans.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
It looks very Yellowstone-like, honestly.
It's Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, well, there we go.
He wrote and directed this as well.
Oh no, Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah, and he's an amazing.
John Clark.
Amazing
Without
director.
remorse.
Oh,
Or no remorse.
He was one without remorse. He was one of the writers on that. But come on, I'm not gonna blame him for that bad movie. I still
He's done
enjoyed
too
it.
much good.
I still enjoyed it.
It was good.
It was not as bad as I originally thought it was gonna be.
Dad still has a 27-hour audiobook that he wants us to go on a drive,
Oh no!
like across America, to listen to.
So Jim, you gotta watch this movie.
I'm gonna watch it.
Those-
you can go
Who
ahead
Wish
and tell me
Dead.
about it because I
All
think
right,
I
Angelina
figured
Jolie. She's a firefighter, traumatized by the past, and she wasn't able to save some kids that burned alive in front of her in the middle of the forest. And you keep getting flashbacks to it, and she's really haunted by it. But she does a really great job in this.
I'd imagine.
And she is really like on the edge, of trying to figure out who she is anymore. And she's pushing herself, and you really see like she's really acting like a good job. Like she's physically there, like putting it all, while not being over the top. Then we get the villains.
John Bernthal.
No, Jim.
Bernthal?
Bernthal? Punisher? The guy who's always a villain in Taylor Sheridan movies?
Sicario?
Yeah, a shady cop. No, he's really good in this.
I was going to say, I imagine that because of a spoiler I got from a trailer, he's standing in a forest surrounded by the two guys, like all bloody, and I'm like, oh, they shoot him and kill him, I'm going to guess.
Jim, I can't spoil things for you, but...
The trailer did it already. That
doesn't happen to him.
Okay.
He doesn't get shot and die or like in the forest like that.
But he does get shot and killed somewhere else.
Everyone gets shot in this movie, Jim. Tyler Perry's in it.
What?
He's in one scene. It's a good movie, Jim. I really highly recommend it.
If you had told me that Tyler Perry appeared in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And played the Nutty Professor in that movie, I wouldn't believe you. And if you told... That's such a shitty fucking movie. Sorry, I watched the nostalgic critic do a video on it where he talked with Angry Gaming Nerd and the other guy, and I was like, it's so bad, I forgot.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, Jim, you gotta see this movie. It's amazing. It has the same tone that the rest of his movies have. It's a modern day Western, and there's these like iconic what do you call them?
Where does it take place?
Montana.
Of fucking course it does. I don't know why I even asked. It's a Tyler Sheridan movie.
They say it like in the movie, like it's really like prominent. Like they want you to know this is in Montana.
Welcome to Montana.
Yeah.
Do they got any characters mispronouncing it? Like whenever they have somebody that says, "Oh, I'm from Nevada."
Oh, did they do that in the Army of the Dead?
Oh fuck! I don't think they even say the word Nevada.
Interesting.
I just think they say Las Vegas, and it's like, well, that's because they know locals don't fucking say Nevada or anything. Or
Nevada.
Like, Nevada.
No, we say Nevada.
Yeah.
Nevada.
Nevada. No, yeah.
It's very quick.
That happened in Double Tap, the Zombieland Double Tap movie.
Yeah.
The Ahsoka lady, Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
She says Nevada. And it's like, you are clearly not from there.
Yeah. No one here.
Don't you dare claim that state
No one
as your
here
identity.
talks like that.
It's like when the fucking politicians come to Las Vegas and be like, elect me as your mayor, Las Vegas of Nevada. It's like, you fuck off.
Nevada.
You're not here for us.
It's quick. It's short.
Nevada.
It's to the point.
Even say Nevada. Even
Nevada.
It's better than saying.
All right.
That's our tangent about being angry about non-locals.
Jim, you gotta watch these movies.
I'm gonna watch them.
All right. Which one are you gonna watch first?
Those Who Wish Me Dead, obviously.
All right. Well, I've been trying to get you to watch it. I told you downstairs earlier to watch it.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Like what? 20 minutes ago, or like 10 minutes before we began recording.
Yes.
Which, by the way, we're at 42 right now.
Well, thank you for telling me I can go. No, I watched some other things.
I'm thinking of actually, Joe, I think we might be able to switch to doing video version of this soon.
All right.
Because, looking at this and everything, I forgot. With the application, I can do a multiple camera setup and everything. That way I can have 2 different recordings going for it. And we can get another one, put it here, or, have it set up so we can have it facing each other while looking at each other like this.
Okay.
And we can just do video podcasts like that.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Yeah. So I rewatched So I Married an Ex-Murderer. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I have not.
It's a Mike Myers movie from the 90s. It's like a different time. Such a different
Monkey
world.
Bone.
It kind of has that look to it.
I saw that and all I could think was Monkey Bone, honestly.
Yeah, it was okay. I don't remember very well from the first time I watched it.
What a pitch, Joe.
Yeah.
I want to watch it now.
Gloria Bell, I watched the Julianne Moore movie. That's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt driving around town. But instead of that,
Repo Man.
You have Julianne Moore driving around singing music. Yeah.
Ain't that bad.
And they go to Las Vegas in this, too.
Oh, do they pronounce it incorrectly?
You know what? I didn't catch that. I should have.
That's why I just want to look through film and stuff for being like, oh, we're here in Las Vegas in Nevada. It's Nevada. Just say Nevada. It ain't that hard.
Yeah.
Damn it. Like, I'm all, like, hyped up on it now because, like, I just want to, like, attack people who mispronounce it. You got anything else you want to talk about? Or you think that's a good place to go?
I think that was pretty good.
A nice 40-minute episode and everything.
Yeah.
Not too long, not too short.
Yeah, we got to the point. I think if we both watched a movie that we both saw...
We'd be able to talk about these topics better than just being
right,
like,
yeah. It was more like
Dracula.
We were kind of pitching things to each other, and...
hey, watch this. No, you watch this.
Do you think I succeeded in pitching some movies to you?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to already watch Those Who Wish Me Dead and everything.
What about Woman in the Window? It's a good bad movie.
I'm
how about
excited to see how disappointing that ending is. Oh, what about Army of the Dead, Joe? Is my pitch...
yeah, it's alright.
It's very gory. There's like characters that you're like, oh, this person's just get out of there, and immediately they're like the most fucking badass person ever.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I want to know what Zac Snyder does next. It's gonna be King Arthur.
I think what I wish he would do, but it's never gonna happen because DC dropped him. But
who's he gonna go to next? Is he gonna stay with Netflix?
Marvel Zombies would be probably like if he did another superhero thing. Marvel Zombies would be a good choice for him. Okay. And that's what I was gonna say for like DC. They had a new series called Deceased, which was their new zombie version. And it's like the imagery is like with the zombie Wonder Woman and characters like that, and like the zombie Batman and stuff. It's so like the same as how he shoots the characters in this one. Like the guy with like the main zombie, the alpha, he like wears a cape and like a metal mask, and it's like very Batman like.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just like he's clearly like perfect for this.
Okay.
But because DC is such an asshole right now, with their fucking like choices, they're just fucking everything up. And they canceled the New Gods movie. What the fuck?
I am not excited for the Eternals? Yeah, like
the little clip and everyone's getting all excited about it. It's like, what the fuck did we see? What did we even see?
So you have like 6 new characters that you can have to introduce, and I have to
6,
give a fuck.
Joe, 12.
12?
12.
I have to give a fuck.
It's an entire fucking roster of
I have to give a fuck
Suicide
about
Squad.
these people now?
You know why James Gunn is perfect for Suicide Squad? Because he was so ready to kill all of them. And he still is.
The vibe that the trailer just gives off is like so good. Like this is what the first one should have been with all the characters dying.
Oh, God.
It should have. The first one should have.
They have a new version of the trailer in the theaters, by the way, and it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Well, the first Suicide Squad should have ended with maybe the 3 or 4 characters surviving entirely.
Right, but it's like the character is just so endearing. It's like, oh, who should I kill?
Kill Killer Croc.
Oh, no. He's my favorite.
That's why he's endearing.
He's the Groot.
You need him to die in order for it to be endearing.
I just want him to be like... Because in the comics, Killer Croc becomes a good guy who becomes like an AA meeting guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just want him to become that, you know?
Yeah,
let him be a normal guy.
Kill the girl.
Katana?
Yeah. They didn't do anything with her.
Yeah, they kind of
kill the fire guy.
Who, by the way, Katana was played by the same girl
Kill
from The
Clint
Boys.
Eastwood's clone.
Oh, he's already dead.
Yeah,
he blew himself up.
They didn't... What was the...
Why did they make a mystery out of who his character was when he wasn't anyone?
Exactly.
Everyone's like, oh, he's going to be Roy Harper because the Arsenal tattoo on his arm.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's just Scott Eastwood really likes the Arsenals. Why did they keep it a secret? Why did they keep it a secret?
I don't know.
He does look like his dad, and I forgot he was in one of his movies too. The Get Off My Lawn movie where he plays like a punk kid that's like, shoot him, man. You shut your fucking mouth or I'll beat your ass. It's like, oh, Clint Eastwood.
I saw that in theaters.
You're just talking to your real son there.
That movie was quite a trip seeing it for the first time because you're not sure, like, is this what's going on here? Like, is
this racist? Is it not?
Is he making a satire? Is he trying to make a political point? What is he trying to do here?
Are you okay, Clint? Have you been taking your medicine?
He's not making a point. This is just his story he's telling. He's getting up there.
Clint Eastwood has locked himself in the editing room. We not enter. He has a gun.
That guy has fucking been working every fucking year, like putting shit out.
He's made some good stuff though, you know, like Richard Jewell and stuff. That was a great movie.
Yes.
The trailer for that is still so great.
Oh, it's such a good trailer.
Trailers
such a good movie.
Trailers are really the stuff that get me like excited for stuff.
The movie that was really bad, it was The Mule.
That was a really bad one.
It was just like
it was such an unsatisfying ending because it was
the whole movie's unsatisfying. I feel like they're just like they're making a movie and he's just there to make it, and like
Bradley Cooper's in that.
He throws his buddy Bradley Cooper in there.
You forget Bradley's in it.
Yeah, it's
like the fact that Bradley Cooper is he helped out on Joker.
Yeah,
you completely forget about that fact when you watch the movie.
Yeah,
and it's like he appears and you're like, oh fuck, you're here.
Yeah,
what are you doing? Why are you?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you're a good actor, Brad. Get out of here. Get out of here as fast as you can. Oh shit! There was something else I was going to talk about. I completely forgot about because I was getting raptured in the conversation. Yeah, no, Eternal. Oh, Snake Eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, they released pictures for the movie and a quick clip of it, as well as showed Snake Eyes' face.
Who's Snake Eyes?
Let me look it up.
No, from G.I. Joe?
Yeah, G.I. Joe.
They're making a Snake Eyes movie?
They've made a Snake Eyes movie that's coming out in, like, June. Which is January, February, March, April, May, June. No, it's July, I think, actually. I'm just trying to remember based on, like, what I saw the ad was. But it's insane that it's coming out so soon and everything.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh, alright.
Alright. On to our recommendations. Joe, you got any?
If you're in for a TV show, watch Halston.
Halston.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Ewan McGregor's just always a good watch in general.
Yeah, he's so...
you love him no matter.
There's so much energy. Like, he plays such a piece of shit at the same time. Like, fuck. Like,
you know, you watch A Million Ways to Die in the West, and you're like, oh, that one guy was Ewan McGregor?
Wait, what?
in the $1 scene where they all take their hats off?
That's right.
He's like, why are you laughing? He's like, well, I don't know. He was laughing. And he doesn't even, like, hide his accent. You completely forget.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so good in that show.
So many cameos in that fucking movie.
That movie is
somehow
such a fucking mess of a movie.
Jamie Foxx, Ryan Reynolds, Ewan McGregor.
He played Django in that.
He played Django. People died at the fair.
There was a weird moment in cinema where Django almost ended up in 3 movies.
What else was he going to be in?
He was going to be in Hateful Eight. His character was written into it originally in the first draft, and he cut him out because he realized that Django isn't a piece of shit like everyone else in this movie.
Right.
And he's just like not like he doesn't fit.
Well, hold on. The coach driver wasn't a piece of shit.
Right. That's I'm gonna go on a limb and say this. Let everyone know. I don't like that movie.
Yeah, I could imagine that you wouldn't like that one.
The twist that
you weren't a Channing Tatum fan.
No. But the thing is, the twist, who the killer is, like the Clue type twist.
Right.
Everyone was in on it. Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, everyone already picked that up. It's like you put Tim Roth in there. I'm like, Tim
you
Roth's
put
a bad
all
guy.
these fucking pieces of shit together, and you're like, oh, who's gonna be the piece of shit? Is it gonna be Damien Bashir? Is it gonna be Tim Roth or Michael Madsen? Why not all of them?
Michael Madsen?
Yeah. He was in that, right?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was in that.
I always forget that his universes are connected too.
Yeah.
And that, like, the characters are, like, all relatives of each other. And apparently I just got it as well, Joe.
All right.
Okay, so moving on to my recommendation so we can finish this up. It's another podcast show called Annual Pass. It is follows the hosts Jack Patillo and Jeff Ramsey as they lead an audience through their love of theme parks and stuff. It's just basically talking about theme parks.
Okay.
And they got I gotta remember to get this name right, but Ken Marino was on one of their episodes.
Oh, Ken Marino.
Yeah, because he was on the the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster ride.
Oh, okay.
Because he played a character, and they're like little video screens because it's supposed to make you feel like you're actually there.
Yeah.
And he was in it, and he agreed to come on to this podcast despite they hadn't put any of their episodes out yet. And they've convinced him to now come to Disneyland with them when they go and visit for one of the episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's really weird, like, how they did this immediately and got him, like, to agree to it and everything, but...
You know, I always, in my head, I feel like he's brothers of Ray Romano. Just the way...
He looks like Ray Romano, you're right.
The way they talk and their personality, like their dynamic, like...
Everybody hates Ray, but it's just Ken Marino.
Oh, there's something I don't recommend. It's a TV show I watched. It's called Made for Love on HBO Max.
Okay.
With Ray Romano. He's in it. He plays the father who is in a relationship with a sex robot. Well, it's just a sex doll.
Sounds like that one Ryan Gosling movie.
Yeah, it's not very good, but watch it for Ray Romano.
Okay.
Don't watch it though.
Don't watch it. But real quick, because there was one thing that like really sold me about the theme park podcast thing, Joe, was that they covered the Jurassic Park ride. Yeah. And it was... Joe has left his chair and is like slowly backing away right now. He's picking up his movie because he forgot to grab it. But it was the Jurassic Park episode because like it's one of the most iconic rides to me and everything. But they do like such a good job covering it and like its history and like all the different versions that there are, like with the Universal Studios Japan and everything. Because apparently there are big differences in the fact that Steven Spielberg... Oh, there goes Joe. He forgot that he punched a hole in my door when he really got mad that other day on the podcast. So I can just see him standing right there looking back at me. Hey, Joe. But yeah, it was the fact that there are different versions and everything, that Steven Spielberg was there to cut it open on the opening day. But he got off the ride right before the big T-Rex scare at the end because, as he quotes, he didn't want to get wet. But we all know it's because he would have scared the shit out of him. But this was built before the movie was even finished.
Are you still going?
Oh, hey, Joe.
Alright, you haven't finished?
No, I haven't.
Right.
I'm about to finish right now.
Alright, wrap it up.
Hey, yeah, Joe, so as always, guys, you know, we're on Spotify and everything. Share us around. Word of mouth is the best way to pass us around and everything. On Apple Podcasts, give us a rating and leave us a review. On YouTube, you'll find a video version of this where we have images to help us through the story of what we're talking about and for you to battle Joe in the comments and everything.
I'll be waiting.
And as always, thank you all for listening. Have a good day and say goodbye, Joe.
Goodbye.